There's really no point in picking sides in this matter. You can say what's right. Well, you can say what you think is right. You can say what you think is wrong. Everybody is kind of right in some sort of way, right? Because if your wife is disrespected enough,
or your partner, bro, if somebody's making fun of me and wifey comes up and dabs, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's my baby girl right there, bro. I told you to watch out.
And everybody understands that.
You know she had a left hook.
Hello, everybody. We're the Cooligans. My name is Christian. That is Alexis. If anybody is new here, yes, we are stand-up comedians. So obviously, what happened yesterday at the Oscars has changed our lives dramatically.
Right. It's almost as if we were the ones. Our art form was smacked in the face.
Look, we've said this time and time again. Stand-up comedy is the least respected art form. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, by a lot.
No, but everybody, even if you come to a show, everybody in the audience, we're at the Stand right now. If you come to a show at the Stand and you watch a comedian, pretty much, I would say like about 75% of the people, usually the men, are like, I could do that.
Oh, that's the problem. It's the ego.
The ego, yeah.
Because you're on a date, right?
Right.
And we've said this before, but like no one gets up at a Broadway show and is like, next actor.
Boo, nah, not a fan. Or or try to include. Look, I'm gonna throw in some lines to make the play a little better.
Make it better. Oh shit, he got a knife. You know what I mean? Look at me.
Okay.
I'm adding suspense to the thing you wrote and are performing.
Okay, Lion King, I'm just helping out.
Oh shit, don't go in that room, Mufasa. Okay, look at me.
All right, why are you mad at me for?
Yo,
officer?
Where's the Book of Mormon? Right? I'm now at it.
So that's a common.
Hamilton got bars, bro. Oh shit, you gonna take that? You said that shit about your mama.
This is one of my favorite rap battles.
Yo, this verse is slow moving, but it's pretty hot.
Okay, if you're loving the joke so far, hit the like button.
Yeah, come on. Where else are you getting this from?
So look, we're gonna talk about football, calcio, soccer. We're gonna talk about it in a moment, but we have to sort out or unpack. This is the Cooligans think piece.
We have to de-slap.
All right. So when there's a lot of people in the soccer space, but there's not many comedians in the soccer space.
So within the soccer space, we are the ones.
Yeah.
That can speak from Chris Rock's perspective. And let me be the first to say it. Ouch.
Ooh, had a rough gig, huh?
That's the sound right there, isn't it? When you walk back in the green room,
you're like, how's the crowd out there? Yo, they're slapping people.
The crowd slaps? Yeah, but like in a very different way, though. In a way that I don't think you're going to be too excited about.
So, look, our experience with this and our take on this is probably a little bit more unique within the soccer space. So, where
Let me also say we come from slapping societies, right?
Sure, a very distinguished group. Our culture, is quite unique. That's all.
Look, let's be honest. Not only are Latin moms stereotypically a little slap happy, but imagine, relationship and sexually frustrated Latin moms. It slaps aplenty,
So obviously everyone saw it. Will Smith, after Chris Rock told a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith went up and slapped Chris Rock.
But the last we saw of Will was him laughing.
Yes, he laughed, then looked at Jada.
Jada was not enjoying it.
Jada didn't laugh at the joke.
Did not enjoy the joke, which... If I could be honest, as if I were the one who have written this joke, and by written I mean just said without writing it, I would have thought not a reason to be upset. Even if you are going through, I believe she's suffering from alopecia. If I'm not mistaken.
Right. There's worse jokes.
But like G.I. Jane 2, G.I. Jane was a very pro-woman movie. You know what I mean? Like it was about her kind of getting empowering herself and taking control of a male-dominated industry. So it seemed to me like a harmless joke.
I guess that's subjective, right? For some people, it's
didn't need
harmless.
to be said. No.
No. Is the context? I'm sure Chris Rock did not know the level of context that. Didn't know that how serious of a joke that might have been, how much it may have at home. Maybe Jada Pinkett Smith is actually struggling and really suffering from the pain of this
100%
condition, and I'm sure it's affected Will in a certain way, and the whole family.
Look, it may have been, let's just say he was a little slap happy from hearing it. Maybe a little trigger happy from hearing it.
The main thing is, look, overall with all of...
Hello, Nelson said Jada wasn't enjoying many things. Jesus Christ.
But this is part of the context, right? Because they do a very live public show. They went on Red Table Talk talking about their intimate lives.
We didn't like see stolen text messages.
Right.
No, she out here saying, I'm banging other dudes. There's a very...
Entanglement.
Yeah. It's a very public...
Very
public persona when it comes to a lot of things. So you would imagine, as a comedian, if this is out in the open, then this is okay. But we're done with the jokes, bro. we're done with them jokes, bro.
Maybe if there was a joke about their relationship, maybe that wouldn't have upset Will Smith as much.
Or maybe if the joke was about Will.
100%. Right. But that's a common thing, right? Where it's like, you make fun of me, but don't make fun of my wife or my family.
Yeah.
Which is very common.
Michael Raymond put I, slap. And look, there's been times where I've done roasts before, like Roast Masters or the roast battles here in New York. And every time I've said to the comedian, hey, my wife is off limits. She's not a comic. You can make fun of me all day. You can make fun of my relationship all day. You make fun of my wife, this isn't a roast anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm not one of these dudes that's like, I'm going to go fight people, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you now that she can't defend herself. Even if the joke is about her directly, she can't defend herself. She's not a comedian. She's not a part of the roast. And by the way, most comics will sit here and say, look, here's what's off limits. There's comics that have been like battling cancer and be like, hey, could you not?
Sure.
Unless I make fun of it myself, could you not? And you have to be like, of course, I would never touch that.
Paulo doesn't just the pursuit of slappiness.
Slap boys for life. We are going.
So, but look, there's clearly. So let's speak as comics, right? And then we'll.
This
speak
is comedian hats.
As men or men with partners or whatever. But as comedians, when I saw that happen, I was like, that Will Smith should not have slapped Chris Rock. That's it. That's my feel as a comic. I'm like, he should be allowed to make that joke. Even if, like, I'm not saying...
Even if it's crude,
right,
let him suffer the repercussions of it.
The internet would have been like, yo, Chris Rock shouldn't have made that joke. Maybe he didn't know or didn't know that she's going through alopecia, and the internet would have absolutely dogged Chris Rock for that. Right. There would have been consequences.
He would have gotten his just due for making a tasteless joke about somebody who's suffering.
And Will Smith could have gone backstage and said, like, yo, I didn't appreciate that joke. Even, let's say he slapped him backstage or whatever.
Still better.
Still
not
better.
Great, not good.
Not good.
Still better.
Shouldn't have done it. But so this is me as a comic. That's how I interpret it. That's probably what should have happened. Because again, you can't set some sort of precedent where this it already happens.
Stephen Branson getting slappy with it. No. I agree with you. You set a bad precedent by saying if you hear a joke that you don't like. Especially now that every comedian is trying to get crowd work videos for their reels. Bro, you're about to get slap videos for your reels. Bro, you're about to be reeling from these slap videos.
Join them slap competitions.
Damn. You're going to have to wear a face mask with little needles, like little shit sticking out of it when you make your jokes while slapped. So, we're not even trying. The Legend of Slapper Vance. We're not even trying. And I love you for it. Slap Fresh in Bel Air. The Slap Prince of Bel Air. We are not even trying.
I'm about to start doing stand up in a helmet, dude. Because
bro.
And I've spoken about this.
How'd you get CTE? You play sports? Nah, bro. Comedian. Post Will Smith.
I told the airline joke, bro.
I don't know. There was a flight attendant in the audience, fam. I had no clue. Came out of nowhere.
Look, and I mentioned,
bro, my whole face had Biscoff all over it.
Coincidentally, what was it, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I had mentioned being slapped.
Welcome to Miami.
Wow, thank you, Joe Willock, for your contribution. I mentioned this about like 2 weeks ago. In my second year comedy, I told a joke that a girl did not like, and then after the show,
which was not about her or offensive in any way, shape, or form,
or anything, literally just a joke. And she came up to me after the show, we were like, it was at Bar Matchless when Michael Che hosted it.
It was like a half bar, and then there was like an old garage that had been turned into a stage space.
But we left to go to another bar. It was like 15 people. We all go to this other bar, and I had never said a word to this girl. She was like from Norway, and she's like one of these people that are like physically playful. She was like talking to me, and then like but being kind of just had her hands on me and touching me.
She's a little punchy.
Punchy. And then at one point I'm talking to her friend who was also from Norway, very polite. I'm talking to her like the way I'm facing you, and then she's standing here. She asked me. She says, "Oh, I didn't like that joke you told," and I thought she was just like joking around, teasing how she was being playful the entire night. And then I'm like, haha, okay. And then I continued because I was in the middle of a conversation with the other Norwegian girl. And as I'm facing this way, she slaps me in my face. And it's like
slapped you across the lips, the cheek?
Cheek.
Hard.
Like, and I was
was she drunk?
I assume so. I don't know. But there's clearly no reason, no excuse to do something like that. Especially, I saw what Will Smith did, and it was so much more personal, even though the joke is probably not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. Because what's going to happen is what's happening now is if Will Smith did not make that choice, I would argue that he's made his wife's life a little bit more challenging now.
Oh, no, this is very clearly toxic masculinity. Yeah.
He's made her life a little bit more challenging now by doing that. Yes. What Chris Rock say was an insensitive joke? No, nobody's arguing that it's not.
Here's the other thing, too. Like, Jada Pinkett Smith is a celebrity herself.
Yes.
So if this was a woman we as the public did not know or did not know outside of the relationship of being married to a celebrity, if it was someone not in the public eye, I immediately would have been like, why would you even do that? Why would you make a joke about a woman that's not in, or a partner that's not in the spotlight?
Right.
But because it was a celebrity, I was like, well, Jada and Chris know each other. So maybe that's okay. In my head, I'm like, whatever, maybe that's okay. When you saw the Jada Smith's face, you're like, ugh.
Right.
You're like, all right, she didn't like this joke.
Yeah, and it seemed like there was...
But there is, keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth, is also like, why don't you let her handle this, bro? Support your lady while she handles this, but you ain't got to be all of that.
Look, and everybody's making the point about how this is what Will Smith is reacting to, but he doesn't react to the infidelity or stepping outside their marriage.
But that's also an agreement they have in their relationship.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, he could take someone else putting his dick in the. They've agreed to that.
It's messy. Yeah. Overall, it's messy. So it's just.
But it's also their agreement. Like, it's their relationship. I'm not here to tell you whether. Look, it's not something I would agree to, but I'm not here to tell you whether it's okay for him to agree to it or not. We can make jokes about it all day, and as long as the jokes are like, whatever, as long as they're like fun, who cares? But to sit here and equate the two, I don't think matters. At the end of the day, you don't get up and slap somebody. Now, if I was in this situation and wifey was getting made fun of, I hate to tell you what I might do.
But this is,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here being like, yo, baby girl, you can handle this, but also. I could also handle this,
and this is what I want, at least people who are. There's no point in picking sides.
Slap Dependence Day. I mean, you're not even trying.
There's really no point in picking sides in this matter. You can say what's right. Well, you can say what you think is right. You can say what you think is wrong. Everybody is kind of right in some sort of way, right? Because if your wife is disrespected enough,
or your partner,
bro,
if somebody's making fun of me and wifey comes up and daps, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's my baby girl right there, bro. I told you to watch out.
And everybody understands that.
You didn't know she had a left hook. You didn't know that.